Now let's do the other tanker, Carl. I think Carl is so underrated.
With my strength, I will pull everything towards me, even the final victim.
At first glance, not a lot of people will go towards him, but I do believe he has one of the best skills in the whole game. With his magnetic field ability, which is unrelenting as his personality, Cal is a trustworthy shield for his teammates at the forefront of battle. As the Vanguard, Cal creates and manipulates a strong magnetic field, absorbing and releasing bullets and lasers. That being said, let's move on to his first skill. It's called Repulsion Dash. Cal charges forward to inflict damage and knock back on the colliding enemy. By doing so, he recovers magnetic force proportional to the max energy shield upon dealing damage to an enemy. When the skill ends, creates self-defense plus for a certain period of time, and you can see on the right side all the cooldown and effects that does. So in game, this is what it looks like. You're just destroying the enemy in front of you like a real football player. So by doing damage, you also recover magnetic force that you can see at the bottom. So that is just a plus by using this ability. Now let's move on to his second skill called Magnetic Bulwark. Really simple. Create a barrier to the front that blocks enemy projectiles. When the barrier is hit, recovers magnetic force again, proportional to the enemy's damage received. So right here you will see I'm landing and I'm using this shield, but keep in mind this only protects you from projectiles. It doesn't protect you from melee attacks, and that's just a plus. We'll get to that part. Now on to Cal's third skill called Magnetism Spur. So after using it, magnetic force is consumed first before energy shield or HP when hit by an enemy. When magnetic force is completely depleted, deals damage to enemy within range. This damage increases by the total damage received from the enemy while Magnetism Spur was active. Basically, you're gonna have a magnetic shield around you protecting you. So any incoming damage, you will store it and then you're gonna reflect it back to the adversaries. Really nice looking ability, you will see. But then it says pressing the skill button one more time ends the skill. When the skill ends, recovers the energy shield of nearby allies proportionally to Cal's max energy shield, meaning that by having teammates around you, you're gonna receive more shield, which obviously will help you protect yourself even more. Cal is a tank character, so he's gonna need all the shield he can get. So now in game, this is what it looks like. Boom. So by pressing the button, this is what they meant at the end. By pressing the button, you can just unleash it right away instead of waiting. So that is what is happening here. And now his fourth skill, probably his coolest one, called Superconductivity Thrusters. He's a flying robot, literally. Superconducting thruster enables you to fly in the air for a certain period of time. Damage is inflicted on the enemy when colliding. The damage increases proportionally based on magnetic force stats. Magnetic force is consumed when the skill ends. So every skill that you're using, you're gonna receive magnetic force, and then once you have a lot of them, you just need to unleash this fourth skill, and this is what it looks like. You go up in the air and boom, and you don't even have to land right away. You can fly for a couple of seconds and then you land down, and it makes a lot of damage and you can feel it. It's really satisfying, I'm telling you. And lastly, we have Cal's passive. It's called Experienced Technician, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's what he is, a technician. It goes increases max magnetic force proportional to max energy shield. When Cal's energy shield is depleted, gains magnetic care. Magnetic care, it says, recovers energy shield and magnetic force at fixed intervals. This effect gains cooldown. When out of combat, magnetic force is consumed at fixed intervals. So the more you have shield, the more you're gonna have magnetic force. That's what they're saying in the first part. And once you're out of shield, you're gonna receive this effect called magnetic care, and this will help you get more energy shield and magnetic force back to yourself. And lastly, they're saying you need to stay in combat, because if you don't, you will lose magnetic force, because your tank character, you need to stay in combat mode and fight all the enemies. So overall, all his skills matches perfectly. They all combine to each other, and at the end you just release his fourth skill. So this is Kyle, probably the best solo tank character, because I do feel like his kit doesn't evolve his teammates that much like the other tank Ajax. So let me know which character you guys want to see next. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.